So today I did a look for you that is a smoky eye that is something that you could wear during the day. It's not too dramatic, but something that you could absolutely turn up by simply adding some wing liner, some black liner underneath in your waterline, or you can put on a pair of false lashes, and this is your perfect look for going out. So yeah, I hope that you liked the tutorial. Please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye!
Hello everybody! We're going to start off today by priming our eyelids with our MAC Prolong Wear Concealer in the shade NW15, not NW20 like I said the other day. We're going to use a Sigma F70 concealer brush and then blend it out and get the hair out of our face with an F86 brush. The first color of eyeshadow we're going to go in with is Busted from the Urban Decay Naked2 palette. And we're going to put that on with this brush that is similar to the MAC 217, but it's by Sigma, and I got it as a sample, I don't know the number, but I'll list it below for you. And then we're just going to put this on the outer part of our eye as sloppy as you want. We're going to blend it out later, so it really doesn't matter right now. The only thing you don't want to do is put it on the inner part of your eye. So we're going to go with a lighter shade there. So just make it as dark as you want, preferably darker in the outer corner than towards the inner part of your eye. We want it to be most pigmented in that area for this look. So the next color we're going to go in with is Decay with a Sigma E55 shader brush. We're going to just sweep that across the inner portion of our eyelid, blending it in the middle with Busted. This is a really pretty shade. So just keep blending this part in. This, again, can be as sloppy as you want. We're going to fix it later with some other colors that we're going to blend out with. So we're going to take Tease from the same palette on the Sigma E40 brush. I'll never remember the name or number or whatever of that brush. And we're just going to put this into our crease as high up as you'd like. I'm staying relatively low, but, you know, bringing it up a little bit. It looks harsh right now, but like I said, we're going to blend it out. Don't worry, just do it as sloppy, get it in there as you want to. Just do the other eye in windshield wiper motions and focus the pigmentation towards the outer part of the eye, but, you know, get some on the inner parts too. You know, just put it in the crease. Have fun with it. So here I'm going back in with some YDK, and I'm using the brush that came with the Urban Decay palette. I really like this brush, for packing on some color. And I didn't show a clip of this, or like a swatch of it, but get the lint off your brush, and I put a little bit of chopper on the ball of my eyes just to kind of make my eyes look bigger. I also sprayed it with some Fix Plus, just so that way it was a little bit more metallic of a color. And now we're going to prime our face with the Benefit Professional. I'm chronically tongue-tied. You'll see this. It happens all the time. So we're going to pat this into our face, a little bit under our eyes too, just to keep our concealer from caking up a little bit later. Once it's all, you know, been thoroughly patted into our face, you can start rubbing it in, but I prefer to pat before rubbing because it will, I don't know, hide your pores better than if you just rubbed it in. And next we're going to go in with our Makeup Forever HD foundation in the shade 117. We're going to put that on with a F80. We're going to press it into our skin like we do with the primer first to help our skin accept the foundation better than if it would on its own. So next we're going to go in with the same NW20 concealer and the F70 concealer brush, and we're going to draw a line from the inner corner of our eye to the bottom of our nose and then to the outer corner of our eye and fill in that triangle. We're also going to put some concealer down the bridge of our nose, between our eyebrows, on our chin, our cupid's bow, and the outer corners of our mouths, just to highlight the face a little bit more. If you don't do this, that's fine, but I prefer my foundation not to look as flat. My concealer is just a little bit different undertones than my foundation, so it looks really nice on me personally, in my opinion. You might tell me otherwise. I don't care. We're going to blend this out with the F86 brush. You could use your fingers if you wanted to. I end up switching to a damp beauty blender because today this brush was not doing what I wanted it to do for me. But it works. It works most of the time, but whatever. Just an opportunity to use my beauty blender. So to use the beauty blender, you all probably know, just stick it under the faucet and sing a tongue-tied tune and just squeeze the beauty blender, make some turtle faces while you're patting out your concealer, you know. We all have those faces. Don't judge me. But I really like the beauty blender. I realized when I was doing this video how much I actually do like it, and I should use it more often. Although the F86 does a good job too. I don't know. I'm so confused. Anyway, so now we're going to go in with another E40 brush, and we are going to use some MAC Brule, which is a color that is almost exact to my skin tone, and we're just going to blend out Tease. I told you it wasn't going to stay harsh forever. So just blend, blend, blend. It can go up as high as you want at this point because this color is fairly close to my skin tone. So at this point I was thinking that this look was a little bit too cool for me. I do like my shadows to be a little bit warmer. So I went in with a 217 brush and some Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek. And I just put a little dab in the crease just to warm it up just a touch. I didn't want it to be too warm. So next we're going to set our concealer using the Makeup Forever HD Press Powder, and then we're going to contour with the Hoola Bronzer by Benefit. To set my concealer, I am using a F35 brush, and then to contour we're using a F40 brush. Just make a funny little fish smiling face. And remember that the spot that you touch the brush to your face first is going to be the most pigmented. So we'll just put that in the hollows of our cheeks, blend it up towards our temples, and then we're going to just touch it a little bit on the outer parts of our forehead and underneath our jawline. Anywhere that you want to create a shadow and sculpt out your face a little bit more. Be careful when you're doing your forehead because sometimes it can make you look dirty. So just make sure that you blend it out. But I like to keep the center of my forehead brighter since we did a highlight earlier. I don't want to do too much. Next we're going to go in with the Milani Lumanoso blush, and this is an Essence of Beauty blush brush. I think it's from CVS. I've had it since I was like in 9th grade. At this point, I was like, oh, hello, Lauder blush. So I just tried to touch up the other side so it was as strong as this one. And I'm just using an Urban Decay translucent powder and a large fluffy brush from Sigma. And I'm just kind of blending it out a little bit to get rid of some of that pigmentation. It was looking a little bit strong for my taste. So this is something that you can do. Just blend it together with some translucent powder if you ever think that it's too much. Next we're going to go in with NYX Illuminator, which is a highlighter, and a F35 brush, and just highlight the tops of our cheeks. This highlighter is in the shade Narcissist. We're also going to put some on the bridge of our nose, a tad in between our eyebrows, a touch on our Cupid's bow, and then a little bit on our chin, not too much. And then I'm going to quickly just put a little bit of bronzer on the sides of my nose. This is not a step that you need to do. This is just something I like the way that it looks. But make sure that you blend it out, because you could look dirty if you do it and don't blend it out with this look also. And I do the bottom of my nose just to create a shadow like I did with the bottom of my chin. So here we go with the brows. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in the shade Soft Brown. Just drawing a line underneath my brows and filling in the tail. Going above my brows and touching to the arch. I'm going to do an in-depth brow tutorial, so I'm just doing this super quick and kind of skipping over some parts. I'll show you in depth because it's a process. Here's me doing the other brow, and there we go. Those are the brows. So here we're going to go in with, what color did I use? A little bit of Snakebite, I believe, in the bottom, and we're just going to kind of blend it up into the upper eyelid. In the middle, I'm using some Suspect. This is one of my favorite colors in this palette. I mean, I guess I like them all. I've said that about almost each one I've used so far. But we're just going to blend this underneath with a pencil brush. Any pencil brush will do, whichever one you like. I have one from Eco Tools that I paid like $1 for that I really like. And then we're going to go in with the shade Verve. And we're going to do that on the inner part underneath of our tear duct. I'm mixing the two highlighter colors, Booty Call and Foxy from the Urban Decay palette, as our highlighter for our brows today. One was too yellow and the other was too frosty, so I just mixed them together. You can use one or the other, whichever you prefer. And just blend it in with the Tease and Brule, so that way everything is, together. I was thinking at this point that I had kind of lost some of the pigmentation of Busted, so I went back in and just kind of deepened up the outer portion of our eyes. So we're using a Revlon lash curler and Estee Lauder Sumptuous Extreme to do the first few coats of mascara. Watching myself do mascara makes me uneasy. So we're just doing a few coats of that. And then we're going to go back in and do a few other coats with Benefit They're Real mascara. I love lashes, and so I do this when I don't want to wear false lashes, but I want my eyes to be extreme. So we're using the They're Real to go underneath and do our bottom lashes too. Oh. I always get mascara in my hair whenever I do it, so are you there with me? You'll like streak across one strand of hair and then it'll touch your face and you'll have a little black line. Story of my life. Please tell me I'm not alone. And I always have a hard time doing my left eye because I'm right-handed. And then I'm going to spray my face with some MAC Fix Plus and just kind of fan it off a little bit. And I'm going to use Viva Glam 5, I believe. This is one of my favorite shades. It's like a Your Lips but better shade. Just put it on. Lipstick, And at some point, I blinked really hard and got mascara down on my face. It was really upsetting. So I'm just fanning off my face a little bit more. I sprayed more Fix Plus than I wanted. So once it's mostly dry, I'm going to go in with a Q-tip, and I'm just going to rub where I got the mascara underneath my eye. If you wait until it's mostly dry, it'll come off instead of smearing it across your face. And so I'm going to go in with the same brush that I used to set my concealer with, and at this time I'm going to rub because I want to try and get some of the product that was on my face back into where I just rubbed it off with a Q-tip.
So here's your finished look. It's something it's fun, you know, play with your makeup and be creative. I sat down to do this tutorial and all I knew was that I was going to be using this. So I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But there's a lot of really nice shadows in this palette, so it's something that you could absolutely recreate yourself. Well, I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial, and I'll see you soon. Bye.